Trashy girls. Seriously, if I see a pretty trashy girl, I'm ducked. What are you shamefully attracted to? My man, welcome back to another story time. Glad you could make it. Make sure to not miss any more story times with your favorite storyteller Andrew by subscribing and liking the video. If you do, I'll buy you Tinder Gold. Let's get into the stories. Girls with low self-esteem. I just want to lift them up to the point where they realize they are too good for me. When a girl is a complete wreck and just gives you that look like this is me. There's something about it that is just so attractive and sexy. Deep voices. Those deep rumbly voices that just go straight through you. I'm painfully attracted to a bass voice. Girls with nice backs. Not overly muscular, but smooth, clear, lightly tanned skin. Some guys are ass men, some are boob men. I'm a back man. Love it, and I can't explain why. Girls who kinda look like guys. Short hairstyles, small breasts, confident, not girly. I wouldn't go so far as heavily muscled, taller, square-featured though. Super athletic looking girls. They're kind of cut, nice shoulders. Definitely played basketball or soccer. Men with nice voices, they don't even have to be physically attractive. Which explains me why I used to have a crush on Bumblebee Baggage Claim. Girls with off-color hair used to be mostly punk chicks, now there are a lot of cosplay girls that do it too. Nothing turns my head faster than a glimpse of blue, purple or green hair in a crowd. Girls who laugh in a way that suggests mental instability. The most attractive girl I ever knew shook and laughed until every molecule of air in her body was expelled. She sounded like an albatross being forced through a cheese grater, and I loved her for it. Lesbians. I'm only ashamed because I feel like a dick for how many times I've asked out lesbians. I don't know they're lesbians when I ask them out, if that makes it any better. There's just something about them, the short hair, tomboyish clothes, confidence in everything they do. I find it insanely attractive. Guys who think they have no chance with me or are conventionally unattractive. This is really crappy of me to admit, but through them, I actually feel like I am pretty. Realistically, I know I have a lot of physical features that people consider attractive, but I never really feel that way about myself unless I'm receiving an obsessive level of devotion. Ugh. Men who can't dance but still get out there and shake their asses and have a good time. Fun plus confidence equals instant sexy. Edit. Holy crap, thanks for the gold. Now, everyone get out there and dance. Nerdy fictional characters, not hot characters from nerdy things like Aragorn from Lotrer, Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock, etc. But nerdy scientific characters from TV shows like Daniel Jackson from Stargate SG-1 or Cisco Ramon from The Flash or Drive. Wells from The Flash for that matter. Hearing attractive people spout usually fake science with such conviction really does it for me for whatever reason. I like my men with a little dash of bastard. I've come to terms with this. I like decisive, determined, passionate men, and there's a little crap-headedness that comes along with those traits that I'm not as averse to as dear Abby would probably say I should be. I have my downsides too. If he hurts me directly and intentionally, though, it's going down, and I don't mean downtown either. Ginger young men of legal age. Edit. In response to a fast, nasty and overly sensitive PM. EDIT2. Wow, that blew up. Answers to some common messages. I'm a guy, Cyboy, but I'm sure the ladies find you attractive too. Sorry if my use of the G word is offensive, none intended. I'm not ashamed of this, and I'm glad most people took it as the compliment it was intended as. Also, being shamefully something doesn't necessarily imply shame. Men I don't know. I don't want to get to know them, I just want to have sex with them once. I want to accidentally bump into them at a store, make eye contact, go bang it out somewhere, and never talk to them again. I dunno, I guess I'm really curious as to what different dudes' dicks look like. Edit. I only got one dick pic out of this. You can't say rip your inbox and not send me a dick pic. Jerks. Edit 2, I got a bunch more, thanks guys and gals. Y'all all have very interesting and mostly good-looking dicks. Blowjobs, giving. For some reason, almost every other person I speak to either detests giving blowjobs and thinks it's gross or is just very indifferent to it. I love it. I even like swallowing. I like just being able to play with it and do whatever I want, like when you eat a popsicle for fun, but I also like when he grabs my hair and basically just ducks my mouth. Do other people's boyfriends just have gross dicks? I don't understand why so many other people don't like it. I want the ever-loving duck to grate it out of me in bed. Call me every bad word in the book and that gets me going. I love the idea of a guy having power over me and going rough. Telling me what to do and taking control. Although at an intellectual level I'd be disgusted by a guy who treated me so badly, so it's unlikely I'll find someone who can adequately fulfill that desire and still be a good partner who respects me out of bed. Hetero. Brother-sister incest, extreme shame. Like insecurity level. Beat myself up over it level. Long story. With other girls. Corrupting pure, sweet girls, especially if they've never had sex with another girl before, doubly so if they're virgins. This one girl I hooked up with had never even been undressed in front of someone other than her mom before that point. When she sheepishly lifted up her skirt to show me her pure white panties, I went ducking berserk and rocked her world. I think that was the most passionate cunnilingus I ever gave. I'm ashamed that I have a tendency to latch on to even the smallest affection shown me, and I hate myself for it. I've never felt like any woman has ever found me attractive or shown much of an interest in me, and the only thing that upsets me more than that is that I want it. There's a part of me that deeply desires that validation and is dying of loneliness, and it is also something I hate myself for. The way women dress when they're home alone and know they'll be staying in. I love the oversized t-shirt. I love the sweatpants with the 2-day-old beefaroni stain. I love the messy, crappy ponytail with the split ends and flyaways sticking out all over the place. Much like Troy from Community, I'd take it over lingerie any day because I just like knowing she's comfortable. If she's a mess and she's happy, so am I. I mean, maybe it's not something shameful, but it's not something you mention. I wanna see you look like crap isn't exactly the most attractive, come on, is it? There was a girl in my college chemistry class who had suffered from severe facial burns that were uncorrected. She could best be described as Lisa Kudrow cast in the role of Two-Face or the Norse goddess Hela. To many, she'd be a butterface, great body, blonde, a half of her face was gorgeous. The other half was messed up with keloid tissue, but still largely the same, she had a face. If you didn't get within 50 feet, you'd assume she was just a statuesque blonde girl. I was fascinated and couldn't stop staring. She hated me because she thought I was gawking at her because of her deformity. One of my great regrets is that I never developed the bravery to tell her I was staring because I thought she was fascinating, that she was more beautiful because she was unique. I wouldn't say I'm exactly ashamed, but I definitely don't advertise that feet are a big turn attraction for me. Except to random internet strangers. Then it's about all I talk about. My husband didn't tell me about his foot fetish for years cause he thought it'd freak me out. I mean, I have OCD and think feet are weird, gross as duck, sure. But as kinks go, feet aren't that weird. He finally told me, and I was hold on. You want to rub my feet all the time, buy me cute socks and nice shoes, and all I gotta do is let you suck my toes or tie my ankles together so you can duck the arches? And I get unlimited foot rubs? Well yeah, and I'd like to jack off with your socks, too. The duck, didn't you say so sooner? Damn. Like I'm going to turn down unlimited feet massages? I have OCD, but I'm not stupid. Go to town, babe. Oh gee, confession time. I have a deep, ridiculous, almost weird obsession with chubby guys. I'm not ashamed of liking chubby guys BTW, I'm ashamed of the intensity to which I like them. I also feel so guilty about fetishizing them, but I can't help it. I love hugging a chubby guy and feeling them being all soft and cuddly. It makes me weak in the knees and gives me an instant lady boner. I'm sort of on the skinny side and for some reason, I seem to repel the kind of guys I'm physically attracted to. All of them ignore me, and it just makes me want them more. FML. I mean, I can't go up to them and be like I'm loving your love handles because, well, You know, it's not right, and I don't want to be fat shamey and insulting. Like, I adore the way they look, I like the way they smell really nice and usually have really cute cheeks, and the way they fill out the shirts is so sexy, etc. I can't bring up the physical stuff, and I 60% like their personality, but they always like to talk about stuff that I want to talk about after sex. Thanks for watching. What did you think of the story time? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any more story times.